This is James Huneycutt, and you're watching the PiXEL. Today's topic on the PiXEL, geeks, is the Sony PlayStation Network. Now, I know that you are sick to death of this, but we're going to go ahead and beat a dead horse as long as we possibly can. New news about the PlayStation Network. First of all, Sony has released some information that indicates that your personal records on the PlayStation Network, your name, your physical address, and your email address was in the database that was hacked. This information was not encrypted at all, which obviously is something that I think possibly deserves a... There you go. That said, your other information, your credit card information in the same database was encrypted. So there is a decided possibility that your credit card information is not out there. That said, please be careful about it. Sony has also released an official statement saying they can't guarantee that your credit card information was not stolen. On another front, a class action lawsuit has been filed. I was actually waiting for this. I figured it would have happened before now. By the Rothkin law firm. And that lawsuit dictates that Sony is responsible for a few things. One is a lack of security on their network, which I suppose is somewhat indefensible. And the other being that Sony did not notify its members early enough. We're talking about a 7-day span of time here. The intrusion was detected on the 21st. The press release indicating that the network had been hacked and credit card information may have been stolen came out on the 27th. So that is a 1-week period. That said, almost every major credit card company allows you at least 1 month to report a fraudulent claim. So Sony PlayStation Network members should go ahead and monitor their reports, but that 1-week span of time won't damage you as long as you're paying attention to it now. So just pay attention to that. Now, on a third note, Sony has said next week we will see the relaunch of the PlayStation Network. That is not hard and fast. There is no date for it. But they did say that they're going to be including some more security measures. I'm really desperately hoping for a portcullis. That would be... You guys could jump on that. That would be phenomenal. The real question here at the end of the day, though, is... So what does this all mean for Sony? I mean, obviously, you're losing users. You're losing either casual users who aren't planning on buying the console, maybe are on the fence about it. You're also losing people who have an intense amount of concern about the security of the network. I know that trade-ins at a number of major retailers that accept them on the PlayStation 3 have tripled or quadrupled in the past span of time. Finally, you have the developers, and this is the real thing that I think is going to be a major crisis. You have the little indie developers who only sell things through your network. Well, your network was hacked, and it crashed, and it was down for a while. So they're going to look at Xbox Live, which admittedly was down. I believe the number was between 14 to 20 days last year. But those were all outages. They were planned and they were dictated. This is obviously a major security breach. So I think you may see some indie developers who are a little concerned about going back to the PlayStation Network. Finally, the big companies, the big publishers that have decided to go either exclusive with a title or have decided to go cross-platform could look at this and have a certain amount of concern over it. So at the end of the day, where does Sony go from here? We'd absolutely love to hear your thoughts on this. We'd love to hear what features you'd like to see in the new PlayStation Network, including a functional home or security or, well, functionality. And then in addition to that, we'd love to hear just any sort of general response you guys have towards this entire situation. Thanks so much for your time. I'm James Huneycutt for Pixelated Geek, where we speak geek. Thanks, and don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube.
We speak geek.